Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we'll be looking at how to landscape a building, how to add aesthetics to the building to what you have designed already. You have actually designed this particular building. I've put the roof, the concrete fascia, the windows and doors and everything required for the building. So currently we're looking at how to actually add aesthetics, how to landscape the building according to your choice. I'm going to be showing you a general way of actually doing it. So you go back to your ground floor plan. First thing I want to do is to actually define our boundary, like using fence to define our boundary of the building. So we'll make use of fence, we'll make use of wall for fence. So once you click on wall, or double click on wall, you leave the height as 3,600. It should go down minus 600. The DPC is 600, so which is below the current story. So now it's coming to this particular fence, we go below, which is minus 600, and you leave the paint at paint 14. You click OK. You come and define the boundary. So right now, what I'm doing now is to define the boundary of my design. I want to define the boundary, like creating something like a compound to the building I've designed. It can be of any size. Then maybe here I can create something like a fence. Let me create something like a gate around here. So I use Ctrl Shift D to drag a copy to make so this one is now happen to be a gate to the building. So you can actually see what I've done. Wow, see what I've done in the fence. So this is the fence I've created, which means I've actually defined a boundary for landscaping. So I've defined the boundary for landscaping. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to actually place green areas like grass. So to actually place grass or green areas to a building, first of all, you make use of mesh. Mesh is a design tool that helps in creating mesh, help creating green areas. When it comes to green areas, we have a top surface, which happens to be what? Green. We have to have a grass-like material. Then we have a height surface, which happens to be something like a white painted material or a white and black material. So in this particular design, I also have a bottom surface, which we don't see, which is like the earth itself. So once you double click on mesh, the first thing you do is to actually place your height of your mesh. So since my height of my mesh here is 120, remember that the depth or the height of our DPC is 600. So our mesh is coming on top of the DPC, immediately on top the DPC. So and its height is 120. So which means the current story is going to land on will be 480, which shows that 480 is what? 600 minus 120. That's the first test that you do on geometric and positioning. The second test has to do with model, which has to do with what I've spoken earlier on, the top material, the skirt material, which happens to be the height, the material on the height or the elevation part. Then the bottom material, which is made of earth. So this particular floor linoleum checkered is that black and white paint materials that separate the green areas from the pavement. So let's place it on the compound while we actually see. So to actually place the mesh on the compound, on the green area of the compound, just look at what I do here. I'll come to an edge, a defined edge, to start creating. Go to another defined edge. See, this is where the gate will be, so I'll stop here. Go like this. I'm not doing a very simple landscaping. You can zoom to see clearly. So I press backspace to undo a movement I've done which is not correctly. Then I'll close back. That hammerhead that is showing means you are closing. So I've done a very simple landscaping. I can actually make this edge to be curved for vehicles. Once you click on this black button here, you come to where? Fillet or chamber. You go to fillet, we have to be the curved edge and make it about 1600. That's created a curved edge. You can still apply the same thing here. So I can also put green areas as well in the part closer to the building. So for flowers actually. So I'm doing another design for flower. Then you go back and close it. Why I did not continue here? Because this is the entrance. This is the step. So there can't be any green areas at the step side of the design. So I repeat the same thing here. So let's see what we have done. Wow. Wow. This is what we have done. I see that the house now is now looking a little bit lively. It's looking lively. You can see the entrance. You can see that a car can actually park at this side of the house, while the other car at this side of the house. And there are spaces for flowers and what have you. So we have successfully placed the green areas on this house. So currently now, in that thing I would love to do is to change this plain Archicad background to a pavement. You can see this is an Archicad background. This white background there is just plain. So let me make it a pavement. What I'll do is to come back to my ground floor, go to slab, click on the settings, default settings, put the height on 25 and the material on LS8 on an earthen material, then click OK. But I'm going to send the slab to -600. So to come immediately below the DPC. So from one edge, put it as a square, put it as a square geometry, then close it at the other end. Let's see the difference that this particular step made. Wow, this particular step now created a pavement on the design. So currently now you can see what has happened to the design is now more lively, looking more sharp and better. So another thing I would love to do now is to actually do some aesthetics in the design, do some little bit of landscaping. So what I'll do here is just to add rails to this part of the house, then place some cars, flowers and what have you. So come back to my ground floor plan. Once I come back to my ground floor plan, I click on objects, double click on object. Then I saw a flower back 16, click OK, but check the settings, send it down to -480. Okay, so I will start clicking. Right now, I'm placing flowers, something like a vase flower beside the house for aesthetics. To add beauty to the house, so you can actually check our other YouTube videos on how to render a house using Archicad, even Atlantis, Lumion, and what have you. So I'm adding flowers to this house using Archicad. You can as well add flowers to your house using Atlantis, using other rendering softwares like Lumion, Twinmotion. So I've added flowers to my house. Next thing I'd love to do is to actually add rails to this part of the entrance. When I come to object, I'll double click at object. I will search for rail. I'll search for rails, click rail. Once I click on rail, different designs of rail will pop out. I'll click on the one I love best for my work. So I click on rail post with bars, then do some changes. Okay, I would love it to start from 0. Then the rail settings, are okay for me. I would love to change this to circular handrails and increase the post to 3. Change this to the circular handrails. Then the handrail, I would love to change it to golden color. The post as well to golden. Then the blaster as well to gold. Make it more pleasant to the eyes. And I click OK, then place the rails. You really actually have to enter inside the wall a bit while construction is happening. So the same thing happens here. So you can see the rails we have created. And you can also see the flowers in the house as well. So we're actually seeing beauty, what we have designed. So currently now no one can actually pass through here or fall out through here. We really have created a kind of demarcation. This is the only legal entrance to the house. So the next thing I'd love to do is to actually add cars. To the house, and maybe 1 or 2 human beings. But first of all, let me actually add a lamp. Let me add a lamp to the house. So to add a lamp to the house, you come down to lamp. You come, we click that lamp. Interior lamps, you see a kind of chandelier. Once you click on chandelier, the height is 500. And you know the height of my building is actually 3 meters, which is 3000 millimeter. So since the height is 500, if I minus it from 3000 millimeter, I will have 2500 millimeter. So it is actually going to a height of 2500 millimeter. That is the settings you just do. Then you click and show on 3D. You can see the chandelier is a bit down. You can actually edit it here by clicking on the chandelier, then Control D. You can raise it up to the desired point. So I think I'm satisfied with this point. So you can see the chandelier making the house also more beautiful. So the next thing I'll also do now is to add a car and maybe trees to the design. So come back to objects and search for car. CAR. You can see some kind of card in Archicad. So click on this. I can increase the height about 1.5. Since the positionings are okay. Can now insert the car to your design. Maybe set another type of car as well. Maybe a white one. So let's see if we can also insert trees to our design just to add aesthetics. So let's look for trees. If there are trees here, you can see some trees I can actually add to the design. I think it's much bigger. We can actually reduce the size. It's about 5,000. And it's about 6.5. by 65. I want to multiply it to the other side. Let's see. Wow. Wow. The house now looks a little bit lively. But one thing to observe here is that the cars are actually flying. Remember that whenever you are inserting something, it should actually go minus 600, because this is where the ground floor is. It is still below 600. So I'll go back to my cars and every object I've highlighted, I will send them back to minus 600 to start from the ground level, which means the pavement level. I should start from the pavement level, which should be minus 600. So minus 600. Remember, any object you are adding should be sent to minus 600. So can I see that everything has now come to the ground level? And see the cars and the trees, everything looking very, very great. So this is actually the step on how to render, or rather landscape a building. There are many other ways to landscape as well. This is just a very rough and a very quick one. You can check on our YouTube channels to actually learn massively ways on how to landscape a building. Do well to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit also on our notification button to get notified on new videos to come from time to time. Also comment on this comment section your views, your questions. See you in the next video.